Well, hello friends, this is Jeff playing Ultimate Admiral, Age of Sail, American Campaign, John Paul Jones, Sea Battles Hard, and Land Battles Hard. This here is just a little information that I want to just put out, and I'm not a pro at this, so please don't think that I'm an expert of the game. You want an expert of the game? Talk to a dev. But I want to just show you this here. I got all my 10 ribbons for the American campaign. This one, the Navy Cross, was the hardest to get. Some people got it in the Meal for Patriots battle, which was, I think that might be the 4th battle in the American campaign. And I didn't get this one in my normal campaign, but I did get this one in this campaign, and I was really excited when I got it. But anyways, the information I'd like to point out, and I'm not an expert of this, but I just want to point out a few things. Because I was playing a hard campaign, and I know I talked briefly about this, when you start out, you get to answer 3 questions, and you can apply 3 of the points to anything of what they allow you to do. So I just want to point out that a hard campaign of the American campaign, they handicap you by taking away 25% of the cash you get per battle. That's one of the differences between that and a normal campaign. A normal campaign, you get the cash that you're supposed to get per each battle, right? And then you can apply 5 points here and gain 25% extra cash per mission reward. You know, and that's a lot of money if you're playing in the normal campaign. And if you're playing under the easy campaign, you not only get the cash that you normally would get, but you also get 15% extra cash per battle, right, in the easy campaign. And then you put your 5 points in here, and you'll be gaining 40% cash per battle. So that's really big, especially in the American campaign. Now, another important thing would be rep. To max this out and get 5 rep per battle, because we're talking about per battle, you know, and that's big if you max these out. But in a hard campaign, you have to put 5 points in here just to break even in a normal campaign of getting the cash per battle. And don't forget, the game is going to put modifiers on you like these up here that might make it harder or easier, you know. So, but I just wanted to say that when I started the hard campaign, yeah, on one of those opening questions, I put 1 point here because I knew I needed money. And because it's about money, I also put 1 point here for better sale and purchase prices in Admiralty. And notice, you know, I did max out these 3 because I felt they were important, but everything here is important. But I'm just wanting to point some things out that I did that. And then I'm going to skip down here for just a moment on crew training, because the other thing was I put a point here. So I put a point, 1, 2, 3. Those were my 3 points. Now you could have put a point down here on luck and some of these other ones. And luck would give you 10% luck during a point of interest. But I'll get back to that later on. So I discussed this one. I discussed this one. I mean, this is just simple. I mean, you got to sell. You gotta sell, you know, you unlock the trophy, a ship, and now you have the ship. You took the guns off it, and you want to try to make some money, so you sell a ship. Well, this here will give me 25% cash on selling and I can make 25% extra money. So that's that. And reputation, well, it's self-explanatory, I guess. You can go ahead and every battle you will get. So if you put a point here, you'll get a percentage, 5%, 10%, whatever. And every battle you're going to get that extra rep, which helps you to buy things. And then right here, like notice I didn't put anything here. Admiralty's assortment is increased. I mean, I think it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's okay as far as, I know like in the first battle, you only get like a couple officers, and you might have to take an officer off one of your ships in order to crew a trophy that you just unlocked. So this might increase the more officers that you're going to get. So it could be good, but like I said, I had priorities that I felt was more important than that. So I didn't do that. So that's where that. Now on crew training, yes, I did. I put a point here, and then I put another point, and then eventually I put a third point. But by the time I put the third point in, I already had ships that had 3 perks. Like, if you look at all of these ships, you can see that I have 3 perks, right? All of them. Now, these, oh yeah, so this one even has 3. And he doesn't get in the battle very often. But because I throw this ship into a point of interest, he gets experience, and I already got him maxed out. Now this officer on this ship only has 2, so I still have an open spot for him. So I need to throw him into some points of interest battles. And then on this one, yeah, he only has 1, so I have room to improve him. And that just means this officer here on this ship, 125, and then I don't have the units here because they're all down here, minimized, other than my artillery, my supply, and my mortar. I don't mess with them, but I do mess with these guys. Like I get them down to minimum, put them into the reserves, and then I would, put them on my ships. And vice versa. Like, let me show you one ship here. Where is it? Notice I have this one at minimum. I could even drop him down to just, I would want 1 so he keeps his stats. And because if you go to 1, then you don't have the stats. But of course, if I drop them into reserves, they would be up here with these stats. But I like to have a minimum. This way the ship is active, and when I go from here to here, I already have a basis of that, so I don't have to do a lot. If I have to go from 1, then I have to figure out the guns and all this other stuff, and I don't want to do that. But I was just trying to show you the perks. So as you can see, I have room to improve on 2 of the transports. And that's why when I get here and I go over to, like, say this one, and I can put a ship in. So say I put that one in. Notice I have 100%. So I could just do this battle and 100%. This ship should be able to beat, win this, get a victory. But you don't want to do this until you get these done first, because you won't have use of any ships that you put in here. And I would put in another ship. So now, like right here, I could put that ship in, and I can put in the transport that has only 2 perks, and I can put in the Imperial, which is a transport that only has 125 guys on it for crew, and he only has 1 perk, so I could put him in, and now these guys might earn the extra perk and stuff, because they'll get the experience, and then I'd hit stop, but I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to show you that. That's how in this would be 2 battles that I could do after I do this one. So when I get to Henry, and I do Henry's battle, which I will put online, when I do that, and then I'll do these 2, and maybe I can get those transports to get experience. And that's how I would do that. But let's get back to here. So that's why I was discussing the crew training. I had initially put 1 point here. I put another one in, and I'm telling you, I got all my ships up to that. I didn't even max this out, and I went through most of the campaign with just the 2 perks here. I put an extra one in to help out. Now I'm gonna cancel that, but crew healing, I only put 1 point here. 5% casualties replenish after. So after a battle, officer gets hurt, and goes into the casualties. You know, you'll get replenished 5% before you even get into the harbor. So that's kind of big. You know, that is. Because they would keep their experience. Because I believe officers that go in that are hurt, they lose their experience from what they would be carrying from that battle. And so that can turn out to be really good. Now this one, crew recruiting, sure. I mean, I buy a lot of crew. I could do that, and that would save me money. But I don't, you know, like I said, I didn't look at that as a priority from these other ones. Now what led me to just give out some information was when I get to the tech, and I'll get to that later. Officers training, I only put 1 point there. 5% officer training speed. I mean, my officers get training, so I mean per battle, and I could up that. But like I said, I don't concentrate on that. Officer recruitment, same thing, save money. Officer assortment. Yeah, I mean, this one would be good to get an assortment of officers. So you might get, you know, captains or ensigns or whatever extra. Now ship repairing, yeah, I did put the 5 points in there to get 25% repair cost, because this game is about naval combat. You need ships, so 25% there. Right here, damage control. 5% to ship repair after battle. So after battle, they'll repair the ship before it gets into the harbor, where then here you do the full repair and stuff. So that's helpful. Upgrade costs. Now notice I put 5 points here. Yeah, when you put an upgrade on a ship, I mean, I'll show you this, right? Let's go to my best ship. This one. Now, I did put one on here recently. And I did buy tech. And when I show you the tech tree, you know, I did buy the 3rd tech, so I put the Woolwich gun here. The Armstrong came default with this ship. This is an enemy ship, but they were all Armstrongs here. But right here I put the 32-pounder Congraves gunade. So I bought the tech to get this, and I put that here, and then right here I put the 68 pounder Caron Foundry Coronade or whatever. So yeah, so in the next battle I'm going to go ahead and test out these two guns and this one and see if there's any big difference between these and the Armstrong guns. But in order to do that and keep the 1350 here, I had to put this right here. Unified gun carriage to save me 15% cannon weight on the ship. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do all that I did of putting this giant crew on here. Even though they have a junky gun, it's because I used the junky gun because I had them for free, and I didn't want to spend any more of this valuable rep that I have. So, oh, but the point I wanted to, I was talking about tech. Like, look at, like, yeah, you can say I have a lot of money, but you have to realize that I lose 35,000 per turn. Like, I'm at a deficit of 35,000 every turn. And this is why I don't want to just blow that money, because I need to keep going, and I don't, you know. But look what the cost is. Now look at this, 19,000, right? So let's say I wanted this, and I put that there, right? That's just about costing me 20,000, right? And this is what I just wanted to show you, and that is even with minus 25% upgrade costs, right? So do you see why I put 5 points there? Because if you want to put an upgrade on a ship, it costs a lot of money. So alright, we discussed that. Now on luck. You can start the campaign. Like, one of the questions you get, of those 3 questions you get when you start the campaign, you could put your point here and get 10% luck right off the bat. But right off the bat, you don't do any of these points of interest battles. So I didn't put that point in there, and I only put that point in there when I faced one of these points of interest, these little points of interest on the map, like those battles. So you put a ship in there. Like, I put this ship in here, right? It only has 125 guys. It's 81% that I can win this battle with just this merchant ship that has, you know, some guns on it, and it has 125 crew. That's it. And so take away 30%, and that will show you right here that I get 30%. But you can start the campaign out and get 10%, but you're not going to get a point of interest battle until maybe the second or third battle. So you don't necessarily have to. I only put it in here when I faced my first point of interest battle. So that's what I wanted to just point out about luck. And here, survival of officers. Well, that's self-explanatory. Wounded officers are more likely to survive. Yeah, because if an officer dies in a battle, you lose that officer, plain and simple. That officer costs you a lot of money. You was developing that officer throughout the campaign, and you lose him. Now you have to buy another officer and try and spend a lot of money to get one of value. of what you just lost. So that, you know, is good. I only have a couple points there. And now tech. I'm going to cancel because I don't want to put my point there at the moment. But tech. Now tech is what this video was going to be about, for informational purposes. Here's the tech, right? Now you can see what I did because you can see the check marks here. Of course, 30 battles in, and you know, I did a lot of tech, but not a lot. I don't start out with tech. Like tech, if you look over here, right? Say I want boarding equipment. Look, it's going to cost 9 rep. I actually wanted this. I wanted this because when I do the next battle, I'm going to show you that. I wanted to put, where is it? Where's this ship? Right here. On this one. I wanted to put a level 3, which, think about it, this level 2 costs 14,000. So I can put this one here, and I might do it before I do the next battle. It will cost me 14,000. I mean, I have a lot of money. So because, you know, I put special guns on this ship, and I had to put this on, so I may, matter of fact, I could do it right now. But it's going to cost me 14,000. And that's even with 5 points in upgrades to save me 25% of this cost. So yeah, I'm going to have to put that one on. I can always take this off when I do get the third one to put it on there. I did want a boarding kit on this ship. This is my best ship. And it's got this amount of people on. And when I board a ship, I'm going to want to have, you know, the boarding kit. So I just did that. I lost some money, as you can see. But anyways, but I wanted the tech level 3 for this ship. And I went over here to try to unlock it, and then I realized I couldn't because I cannot go to 0. And that is why rep is very important. And to my disappointment, if I put this point right here on lowering the cost of tech, right? And I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to cancel it. But all it does is it makes the money down. So it would drop this 8,000 to 7,000. So you save money, not rep. And that's my disappointment, is it doesn't lower the cost of the rep, which I wish it did. And I don't think there's anything else here that would allow that to happen. And that is why I have 5 points in rep for every battle. Because rep is very important. Because I can't even unlock that of what I want, which is this right here. I wanted the advanced boarding equipment, deal more damage, takes less. So I mean, I wanted this for my best ship, and I can't even afford it. I can't even do it. But if I put that on the tech right here, I ain't gonna do it because I could cancel this because I loaded it. Yeah, because as long as I don't save the game, then so let me just show you. Okay, so I'll do that. I'm not gonna keep this. I'm just gonna, close this video and then close the game. As far as I'm not saving it. So I put one there. And let's look at the tech. Oh, wait a minute. that should have changed. And it didn't. Now, I had tested this out and it did. Like, oh no, okay, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, so that was a mistake. Alright. Let me go over here. Sorry, like I said, folks, I didn't rehearse this, so I mean, you have to realize that I'm a novice at doing information videos. So let me just load that back for a minute. I put it in the wrong one. I got off on that. So okay, so here we go. Alright, so again, I want this tech, right? And I want it cheaper. So if I go over here to my thing, right here, this is the one. This is the disappointment one that I wanted to show you. Technology research costs. I mean, I know it's telling me costs, right? But what does it cost you? Right? It costs you money and it costs you rep. Right? So now I already told you I can't get this because it's 9 rep and I only have 9 rep and you can't go to 0. So I thought if you go over here and I can make this cost cheaper, so I'll put that 1 point there and now I'll go back over here and now notice the cost is $7,650 instead of $8,100, right? It just lowers the money. It does not lower the cost of the rep. And that is truly a disappointment. And what this video was supposed to be about is right here. Unlock advanced technologies faster. This is basically what I wanted to talk about, but I talked about some other stuff too. But if I put another point in here, you get 20% more, and then the next one would be 30, and then the next one after that would probably be what, 35 or 40 if they give you extra 10. I mean, I'm not sure because I didn't do that, so let's do that. Alright, so here we're back. So I'll put one there on unlocking advanced technologies. And okay, so you can go to okay, present is 30%. So the next one would be 40. And so maybe you can get it to 45. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you is you know, I call it the tiers of tech. Here's tier 1 basic, tier 2 is intermediate, and tier 3 is advanced, right? So notice there's 3, and then there's a set of 3. So for everything that you see here, there's 3. Like if I wanted this, but I had to unlock the boarding kit over here, and I had to unlock the boarding kit here to get access to this one. And so when I wanted this one, I wanted to unlock 18 pounder, 24 pounder, 32 pounder naval guns. I had to do this. I had to unlock this one that gave me 9 and 12 pounders, and this one that gave me 4 and 6 pounders. So that's why I call it like a set of threes. And that's about the tech. Like, I just wanted to point out that there was a few battles back when I wanted to add this one here. I wanted to get field artillery. And I couldn't get field artillery, so I could only get this one here, the mortar. So at some point you saw me get the mortar, right? And so I had the mortar in land battles, but I really wanted this, but I couldn't get it because I had to unlock like 5 or 6 or 7 techs to get to that, and that would take, and then you'd have to unlock techs that you probably don't even want to use to do that. So all I want to point out to you is this one here. This is where, instead of focusing on some of these things that I focused on, and notice I have 5, like, I don't really need to put a point here or a point here or a point here, and really I don't even need to put a point here. And this one, you know, I could, you know, take that point away, but I already got 3 here that I showed you. What this does is something great compared to what this does. If this unlocked the rep 2, then this would be great too. But this only unlocks the cash that you know, like I don't look, do I have a problem at the moment? Yeah. I'm losing 35,000 per turn, so that's why I keep the cash up. Like, I'm not going to blow all this cash because I lose 35,000 a turn. But so I can afford that, but I cannot afford the rep. And I already have maxed out 5 rep points per battle. And that's why I'm just saying that this tech, right, this one here, this one, I don't even need to put these 2 points here. Like, really, I don't care. Like, I mean, I got $375,000. So these 2 points would have been better in here at the beginning of the campaign. Like we'll say, like 1/4% into the campaign or 1/3 into the campaign, it would be better to max this out. Because if you max this out, here's the big thing that it does. It takes away the requirement from each of these tiers to get to the next tier. Like, you don't, like, I put, as you can see, I put, like, I just put this one here to show you, but I put 2 points in here way back a few battles, and this unlocked without me buying extra text. Now you see I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unlocked, but these are things that I used in the campaign. Like, I use, like, these certain texts that I have used. Now, I didn't discover this until I wanted the artillery. And this is what made me make this video, even though I talked about other things, is I discovered that by putting points here, and it tells you that, I just didn't like really understand it until in the campaign where I wanted artillery. And I had to buy a couple more of these techs here, which if they weren't exposed, I would have to buy over here too, which only unlocks here. When you buy in here, only unlocks here. So you can avoid all of this. You can avoid all this craziness of tech by maxing this out as soon as you can. So that tells me that this is very important if you want certain tech to unlock faster without having to blow rep and money on buying tech to unlock. You're still going to have to, I guess I should say, you're still going to have to buy from each tree or each tier to get to this one here if you want it, like for those guns. So if you only want to concentrate on the guns for the ship, where you want to add your own guns to the ship, you just need to unlock the basic, the intermediate, and the advanced. So you're still going to have to do that. But what I'm trying to tell you, or give you information about, is if you could max this one out from the beginning of the campaign, you could then cherry pick exactly what you want to use on your ships. So like, if I just want the guns, I could cherry pick the guns right here. I would just unlock those three right there. If I want boarding kit, I would just unlock the boarding kit. And like I said, I always do this one because this allows you to put more capacity to your ship. And so I'll eventually want that one. And notice I have those two unlocked, so I can get this one. Advanced gun carriage, reduced cannon weight. So eventually I can get this one, and then I can go to my ships, and I can release this one, and then upgrade it, and it'll cut the cost, because I'll get a discount on this, and then I could put the third tier in here, and it would cost me less. I mean, it's still going to cost a lot because, doing those techs to that. So that's the whole point, I think, of what I wanted this video to be. Like, I'm not a professional video person, so this is a rough way of me doing it. But I just wanted to put this up and give you that information. And that's the only reason I wanted to do this information thing is now I know. Now I know that I would before even buying my first tech, I think I would want to start like I should never have had points here, and maybe even this one here. And that's 1, 2. Okay, well, I already showed you 1 point here, so I did have 2 in here because I discovered it when I put that second tier into this. When I went over here, I realized that I didn't have to buy any more in here that this unlocked. And I was like, I had to buy like 3 or 4 more tech in here to unlock it. But when I put the second point right here, it unlocked the artillery for me, and I was able to buy my first artillery unit, which, like I said, is right here. And I had a 4-pounder, and then when the game gave me the 12-pounders for free, I put those on my artillery. But anyways, that was what this basic information video was just to tell you that basically I discovered that by accident, so I didn't even know that. So I mean, so that's why I wanted to show you the 3 tiers of tech and, you know, what I had discovered. So you're always learning about this game. Like you know, like I really feel that I should have maxed this out in maybe the first 10 battles that I did. I should have maxed this out, so when I did look at the tech, I would not have had to bought all the tech that I had to buy, like in these stages here, in these tiers. And I could have, you know, got to this sooner. I would have been able to get to this sooner. I mean, I still would have had to buy the 2 techs that you have to buy in each of these to get to this. But I would have got to that sooner. And then maybe I wouldn't have needed all of what I did. And you notice I don't have them all unlocked because I'm not a big tech person. But basically this video, I just wanted it to be a little bit about you know, these things, the bonus things that you can do and put your points in. And so like, I'm really thinking that the next time I do a campaign, I'm going to focus on this right here. I am going to focus on some of these things that I still focus on. But I'm almost done with the American campaign. And I just think I would have probably been able to get to have cannons sooner had I maxed this out. So that's what this video is about. If you have any questions or you have any thoughts, or if you think I said something wrong, you can go ahead and put it in there in the notes and stuff. But don't forget, I'm not a professional on this, so I mean, I'm just like giving you raw data and rawness of what I say. So I mean, but that's basically what I wanted to point out. I just want to point out some of these things and why I did them. But I'm thinking that this tech here, and tell me what you think about this one here, my disappointment of this, that it only saves you money, it does not save you rep. I mean I don't see why they couldn't. Technologies are cheaper to research, right? Like it doesn't tell you. It just says they should be cheaper, so they should be cheaper in both money and in rep. So that was a disappointment. Tell me if you agree with me on that. But anyways, that's gonna be what my video was about. I mean, I don't know if I covered everything, and you know, but I gave you what I know or what I think, and I hope that, you know, it might help you or it might not. But the tech is really the only thing that I could have at this point done. So like when I do the British hard campaign, I will definitely pump points into this to see how much of the tiers does it unlock. I mean, you're still going to have to buy one here, and one here to get whatever it is that you want, if you want to get the best. But you're still going to have to do that. But it'd be interesting to know if you max this out, how much of this will be unlocked. You know what I mean? How far can you get it if you maxed it out? Because, I mean, I think it would be really awesome to only buy the one in here that you want, the one in here that you want, the one in here. You know what I mean? Like, if you focus on that. Because I had to buy, and I looked at these and said, well, which ones do I want to buy that were cheaper and all this other stuff to suddenly unlock here? And so on. So, I mean, you could save a lot of money and a lot of, you know, you might not have to do all of this if you just put your points, 5 points in here. So when I start the British campaign, I will definitely max this out before I buy tech. So I'm going to put points in here. Yeah, and I guess what I could do, right? I could possibly load, if I go here, yeah, that's a lot, man. Yeah, I don't know if I should go. Yeah, let me, like, I don't know. I can't remember which one of these gave me more. Let's go here for a minute. The escape victory. Now, this is going way back from the beginning. I just want to load this for a moment. I mean, you've seen all these videos, but... Okay, we're not going to repair. Okay, yeah, so I have 2 points, right? Alright, so let's look at the tech tree for a minute. Now, okay, so let's look at this, right? This will be a good example, I think. As you can see, it looks like I haven't bought any tech yet, right? And I have to buy 6 here. So let me just see as an experiment. Unlock advanced tech. So I only have 2 points. So let's put 2 there. Apply. And now let's go to the tech. And now look. I only need to unlock 4 to get to here. Right? Now, do you see how big that is? And it shows here now 6. Before it didn't show anything, right? It only showed like, what was it here? 6? If I should have made a note of that in my head, but anyways. So do you see how because it would cost you money in rep to get the tech, right? But at this point, I didn't buy any tech. And I could already get it down to just buying 4. So, I mean, I'd probably want line infantry. So if I go like that. And now that opens up here. Right? And say I wanted, I can't, so yeah, I only have 3 reps. So I mean, I can't show you any more of this, but by me putting 2 here, so I'm thinking if I could like when I want tech, like say I'd have to watch the video of what I had done, because I don't think I went to any tech when I did these, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm trying to point out is, and this is only after the second battle, so I mean, you know, doing this right off the bat might not be the best thing, because I wanted to max out here, because money, I'm minus 25%, so I would not have put the 2 points here in tech. I probably would have dumped 2 right here and max out, and, you know, because then I'd only need 1 more to get me to get the money that I'm supposed to get per each battle. So that's probably what I had done. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. This was just an informational thing about the tech tree. And I think that gives us the example of how to do it. So anyways, I'm going to end it right here. I hope this might have helped you a little bit in the tech tree, and just understanding the game a little bit on its, you know, point system and stuff like that. As always, no matter where you are in the world, have a great day, have a great evening. This is Jeff signing out. Adios, amigos. This was just a little something to give you some information, that's all. But don't think I'm a professional, so I'm actually a novice on giving out information. But anyways, have a great day. This is Jeff signing out. Adios, amigos.